We are currently live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our strange little adventures with these lovely folk. Um, Last week we finished out a recent mission with finding a person. Our player is meeting Xanathar for the first time, or at least the player's character is meeting them for the first time, and hopefully doing some house modeling this session. Because as a reward for last session, they got in a lovely new house in Waterdeep. Now, who wants to go into the nitty gritty of what happened last session? Besides of what I just told everyone.
Well, we were trying to track down a member of the Waterdeep Guard that is a contact of Eleonora's officer, Brant, only to find that she had been taken by cultists that were hanging out in a whole kobold den around the city of the dead. So we went in, took out a few cultists on there, disabled a terracotta soldier for a while, and went to free Officer Brandt, only to find out that her captor was the beholder Xanathar. Suffice it to say, we got the frick out of there.
After thoroughly shaming a freaking beholder.
I believe
So
you
yeah,
guys are
yeah.
missing one crucial part of what was on that list of you messing around in there.
What?
Trust.
Oh yes,
Oh right,
yeah,
oh
right
right,
at
oh
the
right.
end.
We heard it to Rask, which was also a key contributing factor in us getting the frick out of there.
Arky whistles innocently. Harky always whistles innocently. It's not his fault that in two different timelines the town of Waterdeep is acquired. Alright, alright. All joking aside, that is basic. Other than, um, continue on. Well, that is actually just basically it. Players did get a house from the local uh, wizard himself, um, mage himself, William Shakespeare.
I can't believe that name.
What? He's a lovable guy.
You know what you did.
I had. I want you to keep in mind that this man was not originally my idea.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Casual Shadow Jr. um, but yeah, this was from my first ever Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I got back into. So blame it on my original DM. So yeah, so you guys are currently in Troll Skull Manor. Which is located in Troll Skull Alley, which I do not know is on the map. Let's see. If you guys find it, make sure to bookmark it. Oh,
Ah, there it is.
right there.
Yep, that's where you guys are currently located. Yep, there's your little house right there.
Nice district to be in.
Yep. And this house is a pretty average looking place. It looks like what you would find in like Savannah, Georgia, or one of the more older uh, southern states. Uh, uh, southern coastal cities that were made in the 1700s with a greenish, tealish roof. Um, uh, like 2 levels. It's all boarded up, but with some elbow grease to the walls. I believe that you guys will be able to get it all spruced up for you guys to live in.
You know, the funny thing about all this is if my parents saw this, they'd think I was slumming it. Shows how much they know about Waterdeep real estate.
Well, and I guess having a base of operations is at least the first step for us. Needs a little work. And speaking of slumming it, are we sure that there's no one in there right now?
Well, as I do recall, there was an insinuation that there might be a little bit of prior occupancy from beyond, but I'm sure we can figure out an adequate solution for that.
If we need to, we can call some cleric.
Yes, finger wiggly stuffs. that doesn't not involve exploding.
Preferably, yes.
Last time checked, exploding not good for life.
Well, anyone that's alive here, we probably would want to keep alive. It's just anything that's unalive that we would prefer to send on.
Alright.
Because just remember, Haki, we are alive. For certain values of life, at least.
Oh, I'm very much alive. In every way it's possible to be alive, I think.
He holds his hands out in front. What if being alive just meant undead inside you right now?
Haki, save the philosophical debates for someone else, please.
Okay.
Alright. The door slowly creeps open. And a draft comes in and out while you guys are discussing outside as the little goblin companion that was with you goes on in crawling.
You mean the wild magic sorcerer, the baby goblin wild magic sorcerer?
Yep.
Does he always do this?
When he's not disappearing and then reappearing on your head. Archen would follow behind him.
Alright. When you guys enter on in, the little gobbo is nowhere to be seen at the current moment. However, inside is what you would expect from an abandoned house, or more like from what the interior looks like, a tavern. As there's a lot of misplaced um,
Excuse me.
places, pieces of furniture, like an upside down couch, beer bottles just in the corner. Doesn't seem like they were used in quite a while. And a strange odor of orc. You don't know what it's from, but it's especially for silver scale Archan. You would know that there's a smell of orc.
Okay.
Like a weird smell of orc, but it does not seem like there's an orc living there at the current moment.
So it seems like it's just a residual odor.
Or not ogre.
Well, that's what I mean. The residual odor of an orc.
Odor. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Misheard you.
Is there a fireplace anywhere nearby?
Yes. It is currently right near the entrance. Like, let's see. Uh, yeah, it's right to the left of you. Like,
All right. Because one of her newly found bard spells requires it, Eleanor is going to scoop up some leftover suit from it into a small pouch.
all right. It does not seem. Wait, what did you say that you were doing?
Gathering a little bit of soot into a pouch as a spell component.
Okay. If it's like a lower tier spell thing, don't mind it. You guys can cast. If it's like a cantrip or level 1 spell, don't. Like, I would expect that if you have the class for it, you would have the components.
I'm doing it for the sake of flavor.
Yeah. And, yeah. You guys are currently inside the house at the entrance.
And after she's done that, Eleanor's going to take some of her molted feathers out of her bag. Look for a stick somewhere that she can kind of tie the feathers to make a duster.
Alright. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of. There's this back room that's like open on up, where it looks like there's a tattered old broom. Oh,
Excuse me.
everything. It's all good, Jack. Yeah, there's this like little broom closet with some bare necessities of keeping the place afloat, or at least clean enough so people won't be complaining about stench.
Ooh.
It's good that we've got some kind of cleaning supplies here. Although I would think one of our priorities on this at some point should be upgrading this to something a little more to something a little newer and more durable.
Alrighty.
And I was gonna ask, are all the windows boarded up? Like there isn't much natural light coming in?
Yeah, there's no barely any natural lights coming on in.
Okay, I think
Next.
Archan would walk up to the first window he saw and go to pull, try with his bare hands, try to pull some of the planks off to open up the windows and get some light.
And
All right.
after Arjun starts doing that, Eleonora just pulls the crowbar out of her pack.
Yeah, well, I was gonna have Wenley do the same thing. I feel like Eleonora and Wenley at the same moment both pull out a crowbar and are like, use it. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a 17 strength, so it's just like rip.
Yeah. Roll.
Archan-
Everyone who wants to attempt, roll me his strength. And what?
Oh,
I'm using a crowbar.
yeah, we're using a crowbar.
Harky would love
Okay.
to try something.
Okay, what do you want to try, Harky?
Chill touch the board. Necrotic energy is
Ooh.
known to decay, dust, and rot.
Okay, let's do Harky's thing first. If not, let's resort to your guys' roll. Roll. Ooh! Okay, let's say. Okay, let's just say. There are actually a few windows on the first level. You can roll if you want, Jr. and Jack.
Well, the use of the crowbar gives us advantage.
Yeah. Roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good because I have no strength bonus.
Excuse me here.
Yeah.
Am I near the door, or that you're trying to open?
No, the door is already open. They're trying to tear down the boarded up windows to let natural
Oh, I
light.
see. Well, is it possible that I could join in? Because if it was me, if it was with advantage, I've got a nat 1, but then on the second roll I got a 19, and with my strength bonus, which is +3, that's a total of 22.
More hands make light work.
Also, hey Arjan, Harky's gonna poke you in the thigh.
All right.
What?
He's gonna crook a finger like he wants to whisper you something.
Archan would kneel down.
And then you get booped.
I'll admit I
Oh
probably
no! The great boopening has begun,
Uh,
as it was foretold.
I think for a moment there would be a flash in Archan's eyes, like, as they go wide. What just? I probably deserve that.
Like a magical flashbang.
okay.
And it persists for an hour, so now Arjan has an hour of a torchlight on his nose.
All right. Let's just say.
So you turned Archan into Rudolph. Okay.
Okay. Let's just, for the sake of role playing and details, each one of you were able to get one of the windows off. One of the boarded up windows open up, letting all the light in for the first level.
Gotta admit, first I've ever done crowbar something from inside. Usually I'm trying to break in, not open something from within.
Yeah. As the natural light goes on in, you see more of the place. And you do see some peculiar pieces of object left behind by the previous owners. There is a safe on the wall that's currently unlocked with a piece of parchment on the side with some notes on how it works. But from your guys' position, you're not able to see it, read it properly. And with there's also a few bathrooms sort of at the near end of the main hallway. and some stairs leading on up. Which would be expected since this is a or about a 5 floors, um, a 4th story level building. From what you guys would expect.
Okay.
I'll head over
When
to check out
oh, go
to
ahead.
check the safe and the note there.
All right.
Wenley just okay.
Go on. Go on.
Immediately starts running around and looking around and poking into everything and just learning the whole place. That's all.
Alrighty. Um. Alrighty. Before we go into details about what Winley is doing, um, as you go up to the chest, uh, Eleonora, you see that on this door, on the note, is Elvish. Like enough, you know Sylvan, which is based off the same Elvish um, system of writing.
Well, aside from that, I did take comprehend languages as a spell, which is part of the reason I got that soot earlier.
Okay. So yeah, you know this word for word in common. As this says, for any new owner of the Troll Skull Manor, please advise that this is your magical spell safe. Only you and trusted allies may use this at any point to put in or put out any money. Use this spell to put in, to boop any pouches of gold. So it will be instantly teleported inside of this chest. Just make sure to put your fingers on the safe and use the command word new user with the original person's um, voice.
All right. She's going to make sure to try and transcribe this into common for anyone who doesn't understand Elvish.
Alright. And in addition to that, make sure to put a new password and remember it so you can instantly open it up.
So no, making the password 12345. Got it.
And each one is in a different language. Alright. While you guys are figuring that out, Winley,
Yes.
let's see. Let's see. Where's the maps? Two, two, three. Alright, here we go. As you enter on in, you see that as you go on each level,
Mm-hmm.
you see that like on the second floor there's a huge den with the
Okay.
main common room in the middle.
Sure.
And there's like a room, spare room right to the left of it, of the main stair hall area, and a major room right in the center, like right next to it.
Mhm.
The third floor has more of has the library and study with the master room on top, right to the bottom of the place, and then on the top place, top the garrets, there's a last little bedroom on top, as well as the attic storage area where you guys can place any object that you need.
Okay.
And as you head on down, you hear of some places that are being dropped and such, but um, and some cracking of the wood. Which, to be fair, is what you expect that for this place to have. And right at the bottom is where the basement is located, where the ale and wine cellar is currently located at. Where it seems like there's not a whole lot of barrels left, but quite a few. So when you guys do open up, you're able to sell, get a good handle on money.
Are there any spots that look like they've been recently bricked up? I'm just kidding.
All right, roll me a perception check.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just
No,
making
no,
a
no, seriously.
Amontillado joke.
No, no, seriously. Do roll. Do roll. I want to see if you actually find something.
Well, Eleanor's still up there transcribing the thing into common on there.
I mean, all right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll a perception just for the sake of it.
All right. Well, not knowing exactly where is or what, you don't know exactly, but you do feel an odd chill, as what it seems like someone just touched you on the back. However, no one was there.
I feel cold. Death.
And as you turn around, you do see another message in Elvish.
Thankfully, that prior spell lasts for an hour.
It says, and what I could only explain as 12-year-olds trying to type in Call of Duty language.
You what, mate?
Like where it's can you, but spelt in the actual letter U. Read this, and this is spelled as TIS. And you see a little arrow in between the T and the I with an H in Elvish.
Can you read the heck is going the hell's going on here? And she's saying that out loud.
Alrighty. Anyone else is with Eleanor at the current moment? What's everyone else doing?
Arky's just wandering around.
Alright. Harky, as you walk up, you see the little gobble that went in before all of you. He's looking right where the uh, things were just written down in Elvish. Um, and he's looking up at sort of not exactly at the words, but right next to it.
Arky will reach over and poke right there where the goblin is.
All right. Roll me. Uh, let's see. What's it? Roll me. That's a pure strength check. Oh. All right. So you put your hand on through. You feel like there's something there, but something not there as well. And you take 5 points. No, you don't take any. As you feel like something's there as a cold little breeze that clamps up around your arm as you briefly take your hand on out.
Hello?
And you start saying a little bitty things are starting to write in common as it slowly spells out.
Oh? I don't know
Oh,
Harky's name. What's your name?
Crypto squeak in the distance, squeak. Spooks are out for swinging wake.
As apparently the wind blows the message out. And now it's a blank slate. On both the top and bottom, where the big message was and the smaller one is at. And he starts saying, uh, as it's what seems to be like a huge paragraph saying, "Get out. This is my pub. Unless you restore it to its form. As this being scratches out the A R for a good chunk. As it just continues down to the wall, ends, and just repeats until it just hits the floor. And it ends with like E. Right at the bottom corner of the wall.
You know, we were planning on doing that too.
And you see the war thing just snaps back to where it was. And you see, okay, who has a dark vision? I know Harky.
I don't. You'd think so. You'd think that Aarakocra would, but no.
All right. Harky, you're the first to see this being into existence. Right where the little goblin was looking, as it looks like a half elf specter.
Harky will immediately wave. Hello, spooky ghost man. Yeah, gonna restore tavern.
And you see, and everyone slowly starts seeing him as he turns around, sketches spiritually an arrow going down, and the letters L-I-F appears right above his head.
Quest giver unlocked.
Liv, is that your name?
And the specter slowly nods his head. And he
Oh, good. A grim grinning ghost has come out to socialize.
Actually, I want to make sure my stream. I'm getting a lot of drop frames. You know what? Screw it. Let future me deal with the problem. But anyway, Leaf nods towards each one of you, and then just poofs away, and you hear a sort of cleaning on the third floor. As you sort of hear things start moving around up there. Like what appears to be stuff being lifted up off the ground from what normally would be placed on the ground. As you guys slowly but surely finish up the place. What are you guys going to be doing as you clean up the place? Who
I think
has
Archan would have probably headed down into the basement as soon as he saw uh, the ghost pointing down.
Alrighty. So while in the basement, you start cleaning up the things. While you do so, you hear barrels rolling down. Roll me athletics check. Archan.
Yep. Okay. Athletics. I have appropriate. Okay. Well, 17.
Alright, you successfully dodge each and every barrel that comes on down. And you see on the thing a troll skull branding burned right on top of the thing. Where it looks like these are the brand that you guys are going that were from the former sellers tavern.
And these barrels appear to be full.
Half of them are full, and half of that them are wine, and the other half are known as the Blairstrom Brewers. Blairstrom Brewers Old Man Geezer Ale, which is pretty hard to find in this day and age of Faerun, since they only had a limited run from
Oh,
1360 to 1361.
oh, well. I think it's safe to say we can make a pretty penny off of that.
Meanwhile, Eleanor's trying to clean stuff up uh, around near the bar. She's just kind of looking at some of the supplies and thinking of ways, people that she might be able to get in contact where she can get some more.
All right, roll
I
me,
Go ahead.
roll me an insight check. Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Ah, dang it.
I feel like
No.
since you are in Waterdeep, I will let you reroll to see if you get advantage on it.
It's both a 9 and a star.
Oh, man.
Did that last roll suck?
Both were
I
9.
got the same thing twice.
Oh, oy vey.
Oh my god. By pure chance, you might know one or two people who might provide a source for the higher end quote unquote goods that you can provide.
Well, I do still have some people in Loudwater I don't hate. Uh, Perhaps that Tabaxi family, the Malot family. I'm still pretty good friends with Rose.
Write that down. Make sure you write that down.
Rose and her sister Sparkling.
Good. Alright. Good. Um yes, while you guys are cleaning up, you see little Aponia and a little Gobbo without a name as they clean up in the garret.
Yeah, she's helping. Um, uh, what was I going to say? Wenley will take the time to, show her if she doesn't know, what tools to use and what to do. But she was old enough to have helped out in her own house. So,
Yeah. You see that Aponia got down packed. However, the little Gobbo does not know what the hell he's doing. As he picks up a broom, lifts it up, wiggles his little butt as he tries to scoot the broom forward, but trips on over on his face, creating more of a mess than what originally was there. However, Aponia does take up the mantle of acting as sort of an older sister for the little chap, as they both do a pretty good job getting the garret together. Roll, mean athletics, everyone who's helping out clean up the house.
Why not? Harky will help, even though he is wimpy.
12 could have been worse. Could have been a 9 again.
21.
Well, I'm certainly not any of you near any of you, right?
What did you roll? I heard three.
Athletics check set cause 14, and with my athletics bonus, it is +3, so that's 17 total.
All right, Jack. What did you roll?
Sorry, what are we rolling here?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Oh, okay. Pretty low.
All right. What did you roll?
Let me go see what my athletics is. Not very good. Oh, right, it's 0. So 7.
Okay. So, I would guesstimate your guys' combined scores are at least 10. So, I would say you guys got there at midday at roughly 12 p.m. It does give you guys 6 whole hours, six to 6.5 full hours of getting this place back to a decent place to allow you to um, start running your business. Keep in mind that a good portion of the bedrooms, which are currently one, two, um, three, three bedrooms, one master room. Um, Actually, you know what? One, two, four bedrooms. One on the first level. No. Let me recount. 3, 4, 5. 5 bedrooms. Um, one bedroom. With a spare room on the second floor. One bedroom and one master room on the third floor. And the attic room and the garret, where none of them have beds that could fit with. Yeah. So, other than that, each place has the bare minimum for what you guys can do to start selling your
Oh,
items. Since all the tables um, and things of that nature are still sort of there for any future owners.
Okay, adjusted priorities, some furniture for the places that don't already have furniture, and then updated cleaning supplies.
How much do you think the furniture is going to cost us in order to start up?
Romy,
I mean, with someone like me, that's dangerous territory to get in.
okay, for the people who want to know, roll me a perception check, and Eleonora, roll me another perception check.
Oh, 11.
Come, mouse.
Okay.
Does this include me as well?
I mean, if you want to judge how much it will cost to refurnish the non-essential rooms, such as the den, the bedroom, the private bathrooms, the private baths. Well, the private baths are
Yeah,
currently.
yeah, all the rooms. Well, for me, I do want to join on this, and even though that my perception bonus is +2, I did manage to get at an 18 on the roll, so it's 20 overall.
Alright.
Lucky
Um,
13?
13. Okay. Um, I will first go to Archin. Archin and, with the assist of, uh, caster's roll of 20, you would guesstimate that to refurnish every room, it will cost about 33 ish thousand gold pieces to get at least a good, like, top of the line stuff, and 15,000 or 1,500 just to get a good, um, like, good the resources and a decent amount of, like, a few beds, for the rooms, and uh, some necessities for um, the wee ones. And with Eleonora's roll of 13, you find in that chest that was opened up 1,500 gold pieces.
What?
Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of a start. By the way, I took some time to transcribe the notes from the safe that we had earlier. It looks like there's a spell that we can put on pouches of gold that will automatically teleport it into this safe, and we could use that as kind of a way to keep track of our expenses, kind of build up our funds until we're ready to get something a little more high scale.
Well, if it helps, if I can find a forge, I did learn a little bit about smithing before I met all of you. I could always work on making. I'll see if I can afford the materials, but I could always try making some of what, some chairs and some tables, forging them. Won't be pretty, but we can at least get started.
Alright. So,
I think getting this
I do
place
have
operable is the priority.
alrighty. So, outside of the you guys still have some time to, you know, explore the area around you, to get to know the places. Um, you will be going to, who knows? You might be able to get all the resources that you need right for there.
All the resources that we need to restore the tavern?
Possibly. Alright, let's see. There's T1. Uh, from your guys' view, you would see right in front of you Coral's crown, and you could slightly see, as your numbered neighbor right to the next of you, the bent nail and steam steel, both of which sort of provide um, a forge that you can use and some common furniture to liven up your place.
Well, if everyone's okay with me making a few pieces of furniture, what would you like? You
Oh,
just prefer some.
Abby needs a bed, a proper bed that fits her. And
Okay.
yeah, that's all I can think about. She needs some furniture for her that fits her. I can draw up a design for you.
All right.
That sounds good to me.
All right. And I should like a little drawing table, please, one that's my size. If it's not too hard, I can make my own stool. But I always had a problem with tables. They always wobble.
Okay. No, I can make the table.
As
Hopefully.
far as sleeping arrangements for me, I thought we'd just keep it simple and go with, well, you know how things have been so far.
Arjen would smile at that and just nod.
Wenley kind of like blushes a little and goes, yes, well, that's sorted then. Is there enough room that Epi could maybe have a little corner of her own to play in?
I think that can be arranged. I mean, because I guess the main bar is on the first floor. We could keep that little rascal pointing at the little goblin baby and Eponia upstairs where they can be safe and have ample room to play.
We want to keep them out of the way of any comings and going, I think.
I think that's bad.
We're going to have to sit down and decide, all of us, what we want to do. It's one thing to be given a house out of nowhere. It's quite another to go into business running a tavern. And I'm sure not all of us are suited for such work.
Well, I know some sources for wines and alcohols and stuff like that. There are some families in Loudwater that I am still friendly with. Some of the nobles of the area that aren't raging douchebags. So I would very much like to take care of tending bar.
Are we actually thinking about doing this? Going
Why not?
into business?
Why not?
There would be nothing that my parents would hate more than me getting into legitimate work.
And he's
So I'm all for it.
and
As much as I appreciate that as your friend, Ellie, it might not be the best reason for actually founding an establishment, but noted.
So you two things happen. You hear a knock on the door. In
Okay.
addition to, you see a floating pen dipping into what seemingly be an old sort of ink palette or something, and start writing a little message. And on the end, who's going to open up the door?
I'll open the door.
Alright. You open up the door, Winley, and you see no other Captain Deckard. That knight that was magically summoned a few sessions ago.
Oh, you. Hello.
Hello, lady. Um,
Ah, yes. I tried to reach you and tell you we were coming here, but I don't know. Well, I just didn't know how to, find you.
well,
Sorry.
it's all good, madame. It seems like you got a new little place here. Might need,
Yeah, we did. We were given it, although I don't quite understand why.
well, if you ever need some help keeping this place up, I'm more than happy of assisting with maintaining this little
Oh,
establishment.
of course. Now you understand that it's not going to produce any pay for quite a while, so we would want to figure out an equitable arrangement for you as far as eventual returns. But I haven't quite figured out if we decide to make it a working tavern where the startup investment is going to come from in the first place. But Wenley didn't see the big chest of gold. She's just like, we have to find an investor if we're going to do this. And she's, you know.
I'm pretty sure Eleonora would have mentioned something when she was mentioning about how she transcribed the directions for the safe.
Oh, what were you saying about the safe again?
That she had transcribed the.
Oh no, I was asking in character. Sorry.
I did find us some starter money in the safe. So whoever
Oh,
who was here before did manage to leave us some to get us started with 1,500 gold.
what?
And
1500.
That's what I said.
Wenley
15.
just like sits back in her chair and is like fanning herself and is just like, oh my goodness. Oh,
And we also have the instructions here for casting a spell that will take any proceeds that we make and teleport it straight into the safe, so that way it's safe and sound until we need it for business purposes.
oh, I shouldn't trust that magic with any significant sums until we thoroughly test it, but that's good to know.
Oh, you guys have definitely seen it before. You've definitely seen it around Waterdeep when you were spending money. Especially when you went to that magical shop.
Yeah, but like we want to get a mage to like check it out and make sure no one else has access to it but us.
Well, we know Elminster, so.
Yeah, that's true. Wenley is sort of like, so do you all really want to do this? Become a working tavern. It's a big job, it's a big obligation. It's a lot of work.
Jokes of my parental antipathy notwithstanding, yes, I am all for this.
Big tavern, small kobold. Small kobold can be anywhere.
And you see the little goblin poofs on top of Harky's head with his with a little cape on, with both hands risen up in sort of a victory pose, like a superhero. Whee! As he moves away again. Sorry, I had to put him on it. And
Wenley seems kind of a little, not upset, but a little pensive and kind of withdraws just a little and goes and kind of back to wiping down the bar and is kind of thoughtful.
alright. As you wipe down the bar, you do notice that the notepad thing that was magically lifted up earlier is done being ran on. And it says, hello, if you ever have plans on reopening the bar, I am more than happy to use my services to bring up any beer, any services in need of doing. Dash there. Since I was a former barkeep myself.
Well, I didn't. Well, probably. Probably, if I'm going to learn to tend bar, I probably need to figure out how to do more than just pour wine and beer.
Alright.
I mean, I've been in taverns enough, and I've not been behind the bar before. So, hey, learning experience.
Alright. Um, hmm.
So Eleanor is going to be job shadowing a ghost.
Neato. And, yeah. So, 30 minutes have passed, so it's around 7 p.m.
Oh,
A lot of stores are planning on closing up in about half an hour and a half at 9:30 or 8:30 ish. You all can go on out and go shopping for any provided materials, or you can go grab some furniture nearby if you need to start shopping.
Archan would have actually probably pulled Wenley aside at some point to sit down with her and ask, "What do you have in mind? What you would like to do with this building? You seem a bit apprehensive about everyone else's idea of restarting the tavern."
I am. It's selfish and silly, but I, Archan, I am a traveling player. My trade is on the road, going from place to place. They don't let people like me stay around long. Columbine and I, we made our trade seeking out new places and people. It's hard to be a traveling player if you can't travel. Then again, as much as I love the travel and the adventure of living life on the road, I have to think about Epi now and what's good for her. And the chance to give her a real home, a real place to settle down and stay. If that's what she wants, I don't know how I can let my own desires come before that. Not truly. And yet, oh, I shall miss the adventure I had. I don't know how I feel truly. And I don't know about you either. Are you really going to be able to settle down? You were on the campaign so long. Is this what you want?
Well, there's a part of me that certainly misses traveling as well. So, especially working for some of the trade caravans.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't miss the campaign. I don't miss war.
I know. And she'll take his hands.
But
I
there
can't
is that
deny it. What was that? It's gone.
Oh, he said, but I do struggle with the instinct my training. That's why I did what I did before we met Xanathar. I didn't even think about it.
I
So I
know.
wonder if settling down would help me to break free of that.
Maybe it would. I had another idea. Later on, when we've, used up the light, there's someplace I'd like to take you.
Okay.
Will you come with me?
Yeah. Of
Thank
course.
you. Well, it's a date then. I mean, that is, I.
Oh my god, what did I come back to? I was out grabbing milk. Because that's the only drink that I have. And I come back to here. We have a date.
As in a planned social event,
Yeah.
stuff. So she says, kind of just gives his hand a squeeze and says, I don't know at all if Columbine and I can make a trade here. I've never, tried it before, but even if, well, I suppose that's all I have to do is give it a try.
Yeah. And perhaps giving it a try long enough to see if Ponya has a taste for being settled down and finding out if you and Colin Bean can make a life of it. If not, then having the connection, still being in a fashion, after a fashion, connected to this burgeoning business, that could be money split.
True. And that did
So
occur
that
to
you
me,
can travel.
to have money coming to me on road, or a place to return to, if nothing else, Achan. It is
Yeah.
nice, the idea of having a home to come back to. I haven't had that in a long time.
Nor have I.
You do, Achan, even on the road, no matter how far you walk. I promise you have a home to come to. If you know what I mean. Shut up. And she'll just kind of press a kiss on his knuckles and then go, well, I think, shut up. She says, I think since we're doing this favor to solve the mystery, as it were, I can talk to Barnaby and, well, after after he gets his head back together, I can talk to the company about performing with them, sharing the arrangement with the tavern. Well,
I think that would be a good idea, a good start.
Right. And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to convert this place into a bit of an entertainment establishment. We could build a stage,
I have
maybe even make it a bit of a playhouse.
Dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show. The place is big enough. It could be a bit classier than at other tavern. Not that I want to compete with my friends and their arrangements, but if in time it was a bit more suited for theatre, they would come here. I'm sure they'd love a bigger stage, and they don't have any backstage area. If we could give them one, well, it could be the finest playhouse tavern in Waterdeep.
I do like that idea. And I'm sure the others wouldn't mind talking about it. Be another form of revenue, as far as they're wanting to start a business.
With my connections, I could get performers in here almost any night of the week. Let's see, on a 10-day, I'm sure I could manage 7. And there's shops all up and down the alley. Colin and I could work outside, gather crowds, send them in for drinks. I'm not saying it will work, but it might.
It's worth a shot. And I have my own connection. We need not run into the same type of incident as what occurred at the theater. I can speak with some of those with whom I've served before about possibly putting that life behind them as well and working as guard for us to help protect our patrons and our workers.
That would be, I mean, if you could give some of your comrades an honest life away from campaign, that would be really beautiful, I think. It would be good for you and good for them, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Honest work is hard to manage sometimes for a veteran, isn't it? Or so I've heard.
Well, and I know I'm not the only one who wants to adapt.
I was thinking, this night, who shows up? Now that we have a bit of money, we ought to be able to arrange conversation, but I still don't know by what manner he came to want to serve me. What sent him, if whatever it is can be trusted?
Oh, I would assume that the myth, the man, the legend, Eliaster is still there. Well,
Elminster, was he listening to our private conversation?
no, it's the guard, and he just walks on. He was currently walking past you guys when you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when that specifically, he was not listening earlier.
Okay.
And yeah. Oh, you want to know where I came from? Well.
Well, since you mention it, yes, I would like to know.
Well, you see that man over there, and you see that little creature over there, as he points towards Eliaster, and Harkin.
No, I thought he was Eliaster.
Yeah, Eliaster. No.
Elminster?
Elminster. Yeah, Elminster and Harkin.
Arky wave.
Well, you see, that man. You remember those 3 cards that you had?
I do.
That was part of the deck of many things. And there's this card in there, that magically teleports a knight to service out of nowhere.
Right, but who decided it should be so?
Well, him.
That is, where did you come from? And do you have a life that you've abandoned that you want to get back to?
No. I'm purely made out of nothing.
You're made out of nothing.
Well, not nothing. I'm made out of something.
Right. Do you mean that before I pulled the card, you didn't even exist?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. When like just goes through like so many emotions in 2 seconds.
And you see, right
So
afterwards,
her drawing that.
Yeah, basically drawing that card made my whole being come into existence.
I see.
And
Well,
excuse me for interrupting, but
go ahead.
that little creature over there has the deck that created me.
Oh my.
So, and you see Elminster just wave, and he nods, knowing exactly what you guys are saying. And he just continuously sipping on what you guys would presume to be hot cocoa as he smokes.
Do you want to work at a tavern?
I mean, I have not done that before.
I mean, I know that you have said that you will if I bid you, but is that a thing that you could enjoy?
As long as it helps you.
No, 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 no. I want you to tell me what you want. What are your desires? What are your ambitions? Do you have any?
Well, I want to be a dancer.
Oh, I see.
Instead of dancing light, somebody cast dancing nights.
Bentley looks delighted. She looks delighted. She's like, in that I can be of some utility. I am a performer myself, and I know, well, I'm not the best dancer myself, but I know many talented dancers, and I could arrange for you lessons if that's something you'd like.
Oh, goody, goody.
All right then, dancer, Mr. Knight. I shall do my best to help it be so. And in return, if you like, a job at this tavern with proper wages, of course, and extra compensation for any jobs other than that you want to take for us. With appropriate pay for whatever danger and difficulty we plan to encounter. I should like to give you a contract by which you may be assured of proper treat. How does that sound to you?
It sounds perfect, milady.
All right then. We should find someone of letters to draw you up a contract then.
Why, certainly. And with that, you guys officially start up a tavern.
Apparently.
um,
I'm right now. I just couldn't help but start thinking of the scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Quest for the Holy Grail in Camelot.
Hey, that's the round table. Sorry, this is going on YouTube. We do routine.
Bentley is gonna go to Eleanor now, and we can play this out if you want, but we don't have. Basically, tell her about the plans to be like a playhouse and to like offer like a reduced eating area to have like a big stage and a better stage and like like an actual backstage area and some room for like curtain basic sets and stuff, and be like, we could do this. I could help my friend get a better place and help myself. And she's like, cautious, but she also kind of takes the opportunity to be like, hey, Eleanor, I'm really scared of this because I've never done it before, and I don't know if I can make a life for myself here. So she's kind of like sharing tentative plans, but also kind of asking for reassurance also.
And Eleanor just kind of looks at her, pauses what was doing, goes like, I'll admit the idea of being in one place for the first time, well, basically since I was a youth, is a bit of an odd idea for me as well. I have spent like the last 5 years pretty much on my own, wandering about, so all of this is kind of a bit of a surprise for me. Not an unpleasant one, but a bit of a surprise. Especially with my set of skills that don't normally suit someone who's...
Yes, I did worry about that. It seems a rather lawful place. Will you be able to be happy here, Ellie?
Well, well, on the one hand, on the one hand, I'm used to have been wandering about all this time, you know, just staying in the open to get my information and then hiding in the shadows to do whatever work I needed to do. And I know you kind of saw a glimpse of kind of the stuff that I'm normally used to
Yes.
doing.
Don't worry about it. I don't judge you.
Well, I think we may talk a little more about that earlier because I know you kind of had a bit of reaction to it when we were kind of you know teaching each other things in the meantime.
Thank you for that.
But I suppose I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can both do what I want to do here and be able to do what I want to do. You know, if I have to go out and do something, if I have to go out on an adventure somewhere, if there's something that takes us out of Waterdeep again. And well, for one thing, we have Leaf. We have the ghost here who's been doing a very good job of teaching me how to tend bar. The way I figure it is, I can learn how to do these things myself, and then maybe at some point we can train someone else to do things when I'm not here.
That's as much as I was thinking as well. I love the life of a traveling player, but there are enough other little towns within a few days of here that, well, provided I don't make any new enemies.
Besides, with some of the people that I know that I would be sourcing, wines and beers from, I imagine I may actually have to go out to talk to them. So I imagine there'd be times I would not need to be here. And as kind as you are, Leaf, some people might get a little unsettled at being served a drink by a ghost. It's not you, it's them.
A ghost? What? What ghost? There's a ghost?
Winley,
Yeah.
you hear a pat on your back.
Please, no, don't. Oh my, don't you dare.
And he just waves and he
And,
starts.
and Eleonora's just got kind of
Is there
just
an,
kind of
is
got
there
an
a-
exasperated look on her face, like, Leaf, we've discussed this. Do not spook my friends.
is there really a ghost behind me?
Yes, exactly.
Wenley
It seems-
stands up and like climbs up on the bench and puts her hands on her hips and he's like, "You don't just go up and tap people like that without denouncing yourself. Who do you think you are?"
And you hear you see that
That giggle was as much character as out, by the way.
What?
um,
I said my giggle was as much in character as Eleonora and out of it because, of course, she's amused at Wenley just turning around and getting sassy with the ghost.
yeah, but you see that he's pointing to his throat and putting a thrash against it and holding up a note that says, "Cannot speak."
Well, that's no excuse for going and spooking someone, is it? Approach from the front then, so they can see you. My goodness, learn some manners. Being dead is no excuse.
He just shrugs, looks towards Harky, the little goblin, and Archan. It's like, and Eleonora. It's like, and Kodar. It's like, and then he does before he does that actually, and he writes down. I think as long as I help you out in the shadows, I believe that it can help you out in the long run, both literally and figuratively in the shadows.
But anyway, as I was saying, Neve here has been, helping me figure out things on the bar because this is also something new for me. I've observed many a person at the bar a time or two, talking to people, you know, bartenders can get people to say things that others normally would not, which is part of the reason I'm so enthusiastic about being one. But again, we might at some point want to make sure that there's someone else trained who can, for one thing, work with him. And she gestures to leave when she says that, but also uphold a certain standard of quality when maybe we're out taking care of something with that idiot, with that idiot beholder's responsible with, for instance.
And you see it leaf nod and just into the ground. And got little Gabo. Actually, you guys never gave him a name. I just
So
don't. Hmm.
shouldn't he name himself if he's a little baby god?
I mean, he cannot speak at the current moment since he is just a little gob. So actually, you know what? Harky. Since he's taken a liking to you, you can name him any name you want.
Hold on a sec. Pulling something up. Uh, what about Striz?
Hmm? All right, all right. Little stress. I'm assuming that you're going to tell him that name to his.
Yes.
um, he nods, giggles, and claps his hands as a little bitty employee badge pops up right on his little like sleeve thing of his little cape, saying "Strez." And now, little Strez, well, pat you on the head, um, gives you a thumbs up, and goes up to the attic as he starts messing around with stuff there. And with that, you guys can go out and buy some stuff or do whatever you need to do to refurnish your place. Because I
Mm.
feel like you guys can go out and, let's say, it's an hour or so, so you can go out, grab some stuff from uh, the nearby, um, your uh, little work area, the furniture place right next to you, or you can go out grab some metal stuff from the place so right across the street.
Either way, Harky's going to help out whoever's shopping. He is a persuasive little.
All right. Who else else is going to head on out with Harky?
I'm heading out to do some shopping.
All right.
I think, yeah, Archane would also go out, but he would head over toward the ford.
All right. How about the
Eleanor's staying around to continue her crash course in bartending with Lee.
All right. And Castor, what are you doing?
As for me, I'm definitely gonna go out with the group and try to get some supplies for the house.
All right. So, right in front of the where you guys are currently located is, of course, the Corel's Crown, which is a sort of potion place where it sells, different healing stuff and stuff that you might need later down the road if you get into a sticky situation. And right next to you is a tiger's right next to your guys's left, right outside the door, is the bent nail, which is of course the um, um, wooden furniture, any sort of um, carved wood canes, quarterstaff, shields, anything wood related, he he would have. And sort of right in front of that building is the Steam and Steel, which has during the daytime hours it sells um, uh, armor, weapons, anything with metal. And it's run by a married couple, a fire Gensi named Embrick and a water Gensi named Avi. So made perfectly for each other if they wanted to start up a metal crafting company. And let's see. So to the right of where you guys are at, like a 2 buildings over, is Tiger's Eye, which is a detective business, which is called the Tiger's Eye, which has a orange and black sign featuring a cat's eye. And way, way, way to the right is the Brickworm's Treasure, spelled with a WYRM. And as the name suggests, has two floors of the 3-story building. It's filled with books, which seem to be holding more than what the average size of this building would normally have. As well as some spells that might be of service to our non-magical folk, which I would feel like at this point, no one, or soon to be, no one will be needing to buy spells. Or any known spells. All are currently open.
As I said, Archane would definitely walk over to Steam and Steel. He would walk in the door, and just start looking around a little bit.
All right. Um, you see, um, any normal weaponry that you may find in any other. Actually, no, they sell more than what is normally found at any of the stands that are outside at the current moment during the um of month long festival of Fire Clock. As things might seem pretty average as you see the ooh as this lovely couple uh um sort of work together to create this some pretty neat weaponry inside using the using their oh bless you using their inside armor station. Avi walks up. How can I? Ah, I see that you're one of the new tenants right next door. It's finally good to see another person move into that place. I used to know the former half elf there. Such a sad sort of circumstances that led up to that situation with him. May the gods rest his soul.
Yes, yes, myself and some friends have decided to move in. My name is Archan,
My
by the
name,
way.
my name is
You
Avi, and this is my husband, Brick. We both.
pleasure to
Oh, go on. Sorry.
well, just say he just said a pleasure to meet both of them.
Is it?
Hello.
Why, hello there. Um, Brick comes up as well. Thank you, Avi. You can take over the thing, and me and Avi. Eh. Now, how may we assist you? I know that the old tavern have needs some fine tuning. May I recommend you guys go over to the Bentdale either tonight or tomorrow to pick up some stuff for the um your room and board. I know that I heard you have a little wee one, two little wee ones that are currently living with you.
I so we do. A little girl of about 7, and then a wee bab, still very small.
The um Tully, who runs the bent now, makes the wonderful beds for the little ones. We are planning on me and Habu over there. We're planning on um getting a wee one for ourselves soon. So I'm glad to
Oh,
hear that there's another adopted parent with us.
congratulations. I wish you all the best with that.
And Avi gives a kiss to on Embrick's cheek, and they just smile and well, thank you very much. Yeah, sorry, getting caught. Um, now Is there anything that we can do to help you lovely lot out?
Well, as it happens, a few others from our little family have gone across the street to the Bent Nail. But the reason we're here is because I'd hoped to inquire after the possibility of using your forge
Hmm.
to, to create a few pieces of furniture. I would cover the cost of materials as long as we're able, and I'd be happy to work in the shop in some other fashion to pay you back for the of your forge.
Well, no, we're meaning to hire on an extra hand. How about this? Each you can come here, work for us at any time, and um each day you work for us, you can use our furnace anytime you would like. But each full day you work for us, we pay you 12 gold pieces
Oh my goodness.
per day as long as you work the full day.
That sounds wonderful.
Do we have an
That's
agreement? And Embrick raises his hand out.
that sounds more than reasonable to me. And Archan would shake his hand.
Both nod and well, we hope to see you more often here.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The couple nod at you, smiles, and they go off, finish up whatever they want to. And now on to the bent nail. Who is going to the bent nail? And exactly, I know that
Where were we just? What do
you guys are currently. We're just currently.
Avi and his husband? What do they do? What is their place? Is that the blacksmith place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the black.
Okay. I want to go see this private investigator.
All right. Oh, let's see. Um, so you guys go up to this building. It does not look uh pretty unremarkable on the outside of the building, as of with just the only distinguishing mark being the orange and black sign featuring a cat's eye. Inside, it looks pretty dim, with only a few flickering oil lamps, which looks like from what you can see from the inside looking through the window, as the door is currently locked. There is, however, a bell and one of those knocking things on the outside of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys going to do anything about that? Because I'm.
Well, yeah, we're going inside, right?
Yep. I
Yeah.
think Archan would definitely go with Wenley to,
Alright.
to check out the private investment.
Yeah, for sure.
So probably, yeah, Archan would knock on the door. Yeah.
Alright. You You hear a sort of clutter and clam. Um, um, and you hear um, as you hear the door open up and like how may I help you guys?
Oh, hello. You're an investigator, yeah?
Yes, I am
Oh, are
Vincent.
you quite well? You
Uh,
seem a bit, well, not well.
you see that there's like the smoke pluming over this human's face.
Ah, I see. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. Come on in. Come on in. As,
Wenley will give it a sniff. Is it at least good halfling pipeweed?
oh, roll me insight.
Insight. Okay.
Ins-
Because if it's the same, then I feel like Wenley would just know. But let's see. I'm good at it. And oh, nat 20.
okay, so you know that this is not any sort of smoke that comes from um any pipe, nor any sort of smoke from any sort of normal fume, as you would recognize that this is from a spell, and potentially a
Oh,
spell that you may know.
okay. What spell?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm not amazing at that. Ugh. Nope, not that one.
Well, you are a bard, so I'm going to allow you to have advantage on this one.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case. Oh my god. I got a 9 and another 20. Holy shit.
Okay, so you. Okay. I would say you would know that this is from a disguised self.
Oh. Yeah, I have that spell. Okay.
Yeah, you know this one then. You know.
So the smoke is like the after effect of the spell, or what?
Yeah, it's the after effect if it was kind of rushed.
Okay. Wedley will kind of wave the smoke away, reach up to wave the smoke away, and just kind of go, oh, goodness. Just got back from a job,
Yeah. uh, yes? Assume so.
Yeah, I don't worry about me. I'm a player. I too have use for costuming. And she gives a wink.
So you know. And
Of course.
he just casts the spell off. And you see that he is not indeed a human, but a R A
Raksha.
K C Shasa.
Okay.
Uh,
What do
Rock,
what do we know
a
about
rock
that?
Shasa.
Yeah, Rakshasa. What do we know about those guys?
Yeah. Well, I know out of character what that is.
please tell me.
But,
Please tell me.
I think I was gonna say they're a fiend.
Rakshasas are shape shifting
Yeah.
anthro animal people.
Wait a minute. Are you the detective?
Yes. Well, other people call me Vincent when I'm, the other form. But
Oh. Hmm. Willie's gonna lean in and really look at him and just be like, "Are you up to trouble?"
no. Well, you see,
Um,
I
yes.
I I love living here in Waterdeep, and like I love the citizens here. They give me good rum. especially the people from that old tavern, um, like 2 buildings down that closed down up. That man knew how to brew a very good beer. I'll tell you that. Blending
So
the
you're saying that if anyone was to supply you once more, you would owe them quite a bit for your happiness and comfort, wouldn't you?
well, either that or 50 gold pieces. That's normally how much it is, but as long as they supply something in that ballpark.
Would you
50
go so
gold.
far as to put your name on that?
Well, certainly, as long as it's good beer.
Well, then I am your best friend of the moment because we are going to open up production of spirit and ales at that very.
Oh, you're taking over the
Yes,
EO Tavern.
we're
Ooh,
listening, Hill. And for a compact of our ongoing friendship, of course, I shall even do you the good service of keeping your secret.
well, certainly. My
And Willie
name
will extend her hand.
and the Rakasha brings out his hand. My name, my true name, is Valentalajar. But you can just
Right.
call me Val for short. I know my name is.
Valentine,
I
we are
know.
friends now. I will keep my side of the bargain. And I shall need some things from you in time.
Alright, as long as you supply me with some of that very, very good ale.
The best.
And he shakes your hand, forming a contract.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to speak out of school, but we're even looking into getting some exclusive bottles from Loudwater. Wait, Loudwater. Is it Loudwater?
Loud water, yes.
We're looking to getting some exclusive stuff from Loudwater.
Mmm. I know they make some of the decent wine around here. So,
Very decent, better than decent. A real treat. So, it just so happens that we are on the tail of a mystery.
Oh, are you those folks that helped out with that playhouse that was down near the docks?
Yes.
And he picks up Harky. So you must be that little one, then. I heard so much of.
Excuse me, it's polite to ask first.
Harky just wiggles. Well, everybody taller than Harky, so by default, Harky is.
Wait a minute. Haven't I seen you around somewhere? Do you know of, Valo?
Yes, drink it, buddy.
Ooh, he's only one of the few people who actually know who I am. I think that he wrote about you specifically when you lived here. As he put down Harky, and no, here you go. As he hands you the Valo's Guide to Monsters book. It's a pretty good read. Makes it, pretty much accurate. At least your portion of it. And, but anyway, back on to focus. Is there anything that I can do for you at the current moment? I heard that you might want to do a little bit digging.
Oh, yes. I will fill you in on that. Do you know who it is that uses an eye as the symbol?
An eye for the symbol.
And before you immediately warn me not to get involved and that they're run by something truly terrifying, yes, I'm aware. And they plan to meddle anyway.
Hmm. I. Pie, I. Well, I don't know at the current moment, but if you bring me a beer by morning, I can give you some information that you may want.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't think that's how it works. You tell me, who wears the eye?
Well, you see, I do not know the information at the current moment.
You don't.
It might take all night, so that's why I
And
said bring it by tomorrow morning.
all right, then. I shall. Thank you. Any any knowing of who might oppose them, because these groups always have enemies, would also be useful. I suspect you'll get the two at once. Anyway, it was lovely meeting our new neighbors. Thank you so much for having us. And be sure to come visit.
Well, I would certainly love to come on by. As he waves you off as he heads on up and gathering up any resource for you guys.
Winley looks over at Harky and Archan and just gives like a grin proud of herself and says, well, that's sorted. We've got a detective now.
I think Archan is still staring at the. If it, you said it's a Rakshasa, so based on the monster manual, he is probably still staring at this creature's hand, trying to make sense of it.
It's not rude. It's rude to stare at Chan.
My apologies. Oh.
Yes, the fellow is an outsider of some kind. We shall have to be careful with that one.
To stop Archan's staring, Harky's going to cast light on the tip of his tail.
And with that, wait,
First
who's
he was
tail?
Rudolph, now he's a firefly. I see how it is.
I was about to ask whose tail? Whose tail? Yours or Archan's?
Everybody's tail gets light.
Okay, so you know that the light you can choose the color of it, right? When you cast it? Any specific colors?
Uh, Yellow.
Okay. So
Well, Firefly.
so you you cast up all the light that you can muster in each person's tail that has one, including Winley's little like sort of the upper back area lights up in the yellowish light, kind of like a Christmas ornaments. As you guys head on back to the place. At the current moment, it is 8:15, allowing you guys to do one more stop before heading back to the your own little place.
Well, shall we stop at the bent nail? And
Yes.
how long is my tail going to be on? Appear like it's on fire?
An hour.
Harky, would
Well.
you please take it away?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Me?
No, Harky. Okay. You are not able to take the light off. Well, you can get one person's light off, but not everyone's.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So yeah, you go on into the place, and it's currently run by this um another halfling. Um, who looks like he's currently working on a little bitty crib. Sort of roughly around, Stats size. As it's like, hello. Is there anything I can help you with? It's about closing time.
Yeah, actually. Indeed, I. Wait, this is the carpenter shop?
Yes.
We shall need quite a bit from you, actually. So, but first of all, we're your new neighbours and wanted to come say hello and, so to get to know you. And I do look forward to getting to know all of our new friends on the street. We've just taken over the old tavern.
Oh, I heard you around. I heard about you
Mhm.
folks. Well,
That's us.
you know, I heard that you guys might be needing some furniture, so I've been working on some. Of course,
Aye,
you have to put down the payment on them, but as you can see,
of
and
course.
you look behind him, there is a small centaur bed. The
They already started?
um, it's already finished.
Oh my, what? How did they even know we wanted?
Magic.
Well, he is a carpenter and an artisan, so and there's a few normal sized beds for uh, for the rest of you, in addition to the current little bitty sized um, bed for the Dogabo that he's currently finishing on up. Well, if there's
When
any,
you say down,
oh, go on.
oh, when you say down payment, how much would you like up front?
Hmm, I don't know. About 100, 1000 gold pieces should be suffice to put down for these stuff. For
1,000.
so yeah,
When
a thousand. And I do have some other supplies that you might need with an additional, cost of 500 more for some simple stuff.
out of character, did we bring the 1500 gold with us? That's the question.
No.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are.
Also, I wanna find out if those prices are reasonable.
I mean, for this area, it is. You know what? Roll me an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering. I was actually just starting to think the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Archan has proficiency with smithing tools, but would he also have a sense? Can I roll insight?
Um, roll insight if you have like if you know about sort of carpentry or something similar, or if you lived in Waterdeep, you have
Yeah.
advantage.
Well, he has proficiency with smithing tools, so he does have proficiency with one form of artist's tool.
All right, yeah. Just roll me an insight, and if you are proficient with something relating to carpentry and all that, you get.
Okay, yeah. Well, he got an 11 anyway, so yeah. He probably doesn't know.
She kind of lays her hand on Archon's arm and says, "Right, of course. We will get to that tomorrow."
I mean, I can easily bring them over tonight if you need to.
That's very kind. But we won't be able to produce the money until tomorrow, you see.
Ah, alright, alright. Well, just come on over in the morning, and I would have some men carry them right on over.
Don't don't worry. We can have a sleepover tonight.
Yeah.
Uh, we shall at some point be having a celebration, and of course you are invited. We'll let you know when that.
Oh, goody. Well,
How did you know we wanted all of these things?
well, I heard that there's a new person coming on in, you know, to the next door, and I heard that they had a little synthot girl and potentially rumored a little baby. So,
Uh,
you know,
I
just
see. So you went ahead and made them knowing that they'd be needed.
yes. Since I know
Oh,
that the roads these days have been plagued with demons and stuff ever since,
I said I have.
uh, a recent city to the south has mm, recently been dragged into Advernus. So,
A whole city, you say?
yeah, yeah.
A
A
whole
lot of Yeah, a lot of refugees have been coming on in. So, mm,
That's a lot of people who are taking their mind off things.
yes. Of course.
When he looks over at Archan and gives a wee little smile. Do you know where the refugees are settling and where they're going?
Well, from what I heard, a lot of them have went to Baldur's Gate, but a few here have been sending up more up in this northern area. I know that there's a few in the near the market area sort of section right there.
It was lovely to meet you. We should be getting back, but thank you again.
Well, no problem whatsoever. Make sure to come on by and pick them up if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
I can also provide some, bedding for all this stuff if you need to.
Oh, can you? Well, how very helpful. Thank you, sir.
You're very, very welcome.
And the minute they're out of there, Wenley is like, I don't trust him. We need to get a second opinion. That price seemed a bit high. And on and on and on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know metalwork, not carpentry.
Uh, Harky will smile and was like, hmm, perhaps trying to hide something.
Right, exactly. Without asking us if we needed those things, and we may have brought them with us. An artisan just goes ahead and makes them without knowing for sure. I don't like it. It smells funny to me.
Alrighty, Harky will chill by the door and ritual cast detect magic.
All right. You cast detect magic. You do not feel anything. Wait, what's the range of detect magic? Uh,
Within 30 feet.
30 feet. Let's see. Yeah, you do not sense anything other than the safes in each business. Other than that, you do not sense anything out of the sorts from these people as you as
What about the carpentry itself?
pretty normal carpeting stuff.
Um, we and so now here's my question: as soon as Archam saw Harky ritually casting some magic, he would have remembered that he has a certain medallion that allows him to detect thoughts. Does it work through walls? So
Uh,
that's a DM question. That's my question for you. I was actually just starting to do some research to see if I
uh,
could find that info.
check
Um, if
thought.
not, no worries.
Uh, detect thoughts has.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Range of 60 feet. Cone shape.
um,
Generally in D&D, range is range unless it's blocked by lead or like 3 feet of stone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you.
Okay. Well then.
And I would assume that's the same sort of deal with same requirements: 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yep.
Which,
Yeah. So definitely Archan would. Yeah, I mean, and he probably wouldn't know. I guess I should have just cast it anyway. Now that I think about it, but he would have remembered his medallion and would use it since he's attuned to it now to cast one charge of detect thoughts and try to pinpoint the halfling carpenter. And sorry, my Great Dane's not too happy about that. So that's going to be a spell save DC of 13.
okay. Um, you think, you hear sort of as a thing if you don't probe down. What a weird group of people.
You mean he
And that's
wasn't
it.
thinking that I was super cute? That bastard looks cute.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Archan, as he's hearing it in his mind, would whisper it to the other two what he's hearing.
I see.
and like you also hear, I hope they like the things. Good thing the rumors around town spread quickly, so I could make these sort of in hurry. I know a lot of people who spread these around. Luckily enough, um, that couple over at the Steam and Steel heard about them already. And to inform me so I can start making all this stuff. Especially that little thing with the for the little girl. And that is all you hear. As
What did they say?
well it's
So
basically
apparently,
oh go
the
on.
married couple at the married couple at the forge notified him.
Oh, I see. Do you tell me that?
Oh yeah. Archan would have been repeating everything as soon as he heard it.
Okay.
Just kind of.
So then she's like, well, maybe that's sort of maybe. But he was still overcharging us a bit at least.
When did that couple at the forge find out about Striz in Aponia?
I mean,
When,
to be fair, that Ruska person also knew about uh, you
yeah,
guys without even any prompting. Oh, kind of some prompting. But yeah.
no, he was a private detective. I don't know. I
Well,
think it's best if we keep an eye on a few of these shops. Good thing I have a job now with the forge, and
and
maybe
with
I can hear.
and with that, the camera pulls out on this lovely group as each one of them has a newfound place of staying. Now let's go down the list and talk talk about where we can find you, some um, who you're playing, yada yada yada. Let's start off with um uh Theo or Robert.
Hey y'all, yeah, I'm Rob, also known as RPG Theologian. You can sometimes find me on Twitter, on Discord. I'm actually a full time PhD student studying religion, ethics, science, philosophy, you name it. Uh, and yeah, that's really just about it. I mean, I don't do a whole lot other than this game and my studies. Though, as I said earlier, you heard a Great Dane barking in the background, and so I'm dog sitting right now. But yeah, I always have a blast and hope to see you all around.
All right. Next up is Alien JR, which I believe they are currently out.
No, I'm back.
Okay,
Welcome back.
I'll come back.
All right. Uh, Jr. Kyle, Keil, or Casual Shadow Jr. On most of the socials. If you look me up by my name, you can find a YouTube channel in which I've been doing things like playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Cool, cool. Uh, third on up, which to be fair is one of the players that I love to death because they bring a whole new light on the stuff that I bring here. Jack.
Wow. Well, thanks for the very sweet compliment. Jack Tatter is also known as Shoe Skogan at Shoe Pixie. I play and make role playing games. So,
Uh, second to last is one of our new players, Logan.
Yes. Yes, you can call me in Logan. I play as Caster Belmont, and as for my time here, I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right. Last, but I would feel like we can call him the heart of our campaign, who brings the chaos to the mundane. Dawn.
Hello, I'm Don. I'm playing Harky, the wild magic sorcerer, also known as the comic relief of the party. Also less commonly known as the kobold version of Rick Sanchez or Rick Sand. And you can find me on Steam as the Imperial Inquisition, on Discord as Modan412 at 9026. More often than not, I'm putzing around on World of Warcraft. So hit me up.
All right. Thank you all for coming again. And next week, I hopefully can fix the early problems with my stream. As we head on off, you guys hear another weird laugh with us in the darkness. As you see a sparkling medallion with a glowing eye on the end of it, as well as something else behind them as it dusk goes dark. And that's where we're going to end today. See you all next week.